The world we once knew has been lost to shadow. Was it sundered in fire and brimstone? Drowned in flood and rain? Was it tragic decadence A great fall? Unspeakable corruption? Or did the awakening of magic destroy our world? No one knows for certain. Reach through the shadowy mists. Find a fragment of land infested with shadowy corruption, yet lit enough to find your way. Find a creature of light, a sylph. They are friendly and willing to guide you. Perhaps the two of you can find other survivors. Perhaps this land can serve as a shelter. Perhaps together you can build a sort of haven. Forge friendships to save the world.
Hello, and the weekly playtest of games. You're here to CEO Unleashed Game. We play our family RPG in the World of Warcraft, Valley, and other titles. Oh, is it that great? You know what, Con? I run Haven at the same times. Alright, quitting Haven, it'll come back. It's still there, Toad's helping me out here with still there? Question. Much for joining us. If there's a route, and come right in the stream. But we're really grateful you decide to join every week. Is my cat Mochi today because we have a leak in the house for the plumber to shut. So to be sorts of chaos. Yes. Thank you so much for joining Unleashed Game. We are hard at work on, if you can believe it. See my bell coming in. She's I love you too. Yes. Oh gosh. On an amazing con where we are a science fiction and book into playable experience. You heard that right. We're working together with our to adapt the author's work to this playable experience because we want to have this really that we have developed. Everybody's hello to Mochi, who does with us. All right, we're gonna, because this is on robot this momentarily. Uno momento. Leaving. All right. Tozeb, audio report. Are we back to no robot voice? I hope. So we again continuing where we left off. No big deal. We we roll with the punches around here. We don't just let it go. Oh, we do just let it go the way Elsa taught us to. I am going to load up a side by side
gameplay of Haven and see if I can jump in from this other laptop so that we can play from there. So if you are wondering where we are, I'm wondering where we are because I'm catching up to jumping around, robot voice, all of these fun issues. But hey, it's Friday, it's chill. We're here to play games. Yes, we are. Um, so we are adapting a science fiction and fantasy author's book into a playable experience in order to prove the AI platform and technology that we are developing at Infinite Realms. It's this hand-in-hand project that actually came out of our mission with Unleashed and with Haven, if you can believe it or not. Because part of the design of Haven is not just to be playing games in the world that we created for Haven, but it was to create portals into new worlds. We wanted to adapt the works and fantasy worlds of some of our favorite fantasy authors into playable worlds so that we could jump around and go on adventures. And this was inspired by my work at 38 Studios when I got to work right alongside incredible New York Times bestselling author R.A. Salvatore as we were developing Amalur. That work that we did, working hand in hand with him to create Amalur, this incredibly rich world with over 10,000 years of history and lore, was so incredibly inspiring, but also made me realize that we have, I don't know, there are hundreds of authors who have made written novels of worlds that I have loved since I was a teenager. And wouldn't it be great if it could be easier to adapt those worlds into games? Because there's nothing I want more than to jump in and play, Inside Valdemar by Mercedes Lackey, or maybe jump into Pern by Anne McCaffrey, or who knows, fly around in Zero G in Larry Niven's Ring World. There's so many incredible creations from fantasy authors over the last 50, 100 years, but we've only adapted the things like Lord of the Rings and George R. R. Martin's Game of Thrones. Westeros is great. The world of Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time series, also great. We've seen these in these huge budget Hollywood productions, but they're incredibly hard to adapt into games. And you'll see, like, when there is a game adapted, and I worked on one of the Westeros games, I worked on Game of Thrones Conquest, which did okay, but it's still live if you want to go check it out. But it's an empire builder, a la Game of War, and it doesn't feel inspired, and it doesn't feel like it's true to the world. It just feels like another gameplay pattern with the world slapped on. And that feels kind of hollow to me. There's such a great opportunity to create really like living and breathing worlds that feel like you're just jumping in and experiencing the world as it was meant to be experienced and not turned into some like monetization treadmill. I played EverQuest for a very long time, so that is my standard for a 3D world, not the grind and the sitting around and camping spawns for 72 hours just to get a flowing black silk sash. No, that's not what I'm talking about. It's the fact that I would log in and feel like I was living there and that the world was still continuing on while I logged off. And so it made me want to jump back in over and over again and experience the world where I left it, but to see what had changed in the time between log off and log on. Living and breathing worlds are the lifeblood of great open world games. And we see those sometimes, like the hint of them in like Oblivion and Skyrim and even Valheim. Things happen while you're gone, but there's so much more that can be done. And there's so many different worlds that can be adapted. I'm like getting super hyped right now. And that's why Infinite Realms was born, was to be able to partner authors with game developers to make these very open worlds that we've been dying to play since we first opened the cover of those books. Because there were so many great things that happened, characters that we fell in love with, cities that we only dreamed of. And what if we could actually play in them? And Haven was actually designed specifically to be a hub and spoke model, very similar to Fortnite. You know, where you have, I mean, Fortnite is somewhat basic. You log in, you have your lobby, and then when the round starts, you pop up on the bus and you jump off and you fly down into your level. And it's the same level every single time. We imagine Haven to be a bit different, where you log into your village. That's your lobby, except it's a lobby that you've built yourself. It's a lobby where you craft. It's a lobby where you customize your house. It's a lobby where you invite your friends to build their own houses there. And you can have 20 friends, 30, 40, 50, 100 friends and build a city. And then, depending on how big your village is, that village sets how powerful you are when you go out and adventure in the world. And when you open up those portals to travel out to new adventures, you never know what you're going to get. It's going to be hard. There's going to be puzzles. There's NPCs. There's giants that are going to smash you. But in those levels, you'll also find portals to dungeons. You'll find portals to bosses and various treasures that you never knew existed. Things that you can even bring back to your village to make it even stronger. So that's the play pattern that we imagine with Haven. And we've been building this for 3 years. And there are lots of other games now that since we've started building, and we've been doing these streams like completely live and like transparent, we tell everybody everything because we are so hyped about what it is that we've built and what we plan to build. And there are lots of copycats coming out there, which is really, really great because that proves to me that there are people that want games like the one that we're making. The number of competitors that we have out there just proves the market to me. But what we have here is entirely unique because we are the only game that is like a cross-platform WoW. I joke around that it's like WoW in your pocket. You can't play WoW in your pocket. Blizzard, come on, get with the program. Half the world is mobile. And hi, Seb. Thanks for joining us. Um, I'm waving hello. So we've got Tozip and Seb and other friends. Welcome, welcome. So people want this game, and like last week, if you caught our episode last week, it was pretty epic. I had Bree Hardaway and Tiffany Sheets on with me, two other gamer moms. Yeah, for reals. Games, moms actually do play games. Oh, we have Paul. Hello, Paul Sawaya, single-handedly rebuilding the game industry with his incredible game. Holy crap. Elsewhere is a title to watch if you have not seen it. But genuinely, moms play games. In fact, there are plenty of women who play games. We were laughing off screen after the fact that, you know, how hard it is to actually convince people that women play games when in fact we're about half the gaming market. Like there's an even gender split. But unfortunately, a majority of AAA games are made for one narrow audience, which is straight white men age 18 to 35. And I joke that I've been able to say that 5 times fast because I've been saying it for my 25 plus year long career, because that's all we make games for, because it's safe. That's who buys games. It turns out that's actually not true. A majority of monetizers are women. And in fact, it's women in terms of like families who buy the game consoles, who buy the titles for their kids, and who you know, approve any sort of purchase around what is brought into the house for a whole family. And we also like to play with our kids, but there's not a lot out there. And Haven has actually been built with a mom gamer in mind, but not to the exclusion of that straight white man, age 18 to 35. Because y'all, we love you. We want you to play with us, but we want something a little bit less intense than a Fortnite or Call of Duty or PUBG, all shooters. And there's also room in the market for more than just an FPS, I think. I don't know. You tell me if you like pipe up in the in chat. Let me know if you want to play something other than an FPS, because it feels like everybody's making a new twist on an FPS PvP shooter type style game. I don't know. So what we're bringing is something different to the table, one that encourages cooperation, one that encourages collaboration, and that's a damn good time. So today I'm on my own in terms of, playing through our game because I was actually going to have my son Jake play with me. He's been dying to play Haven. But earlier today, we went and tested the build on his laptop. He's 8, and he primarily uses a controller. And we do offer controller support. You can move around just fine. But as he says, Mom, the buttons don't work for all the abilities. There's too many abilities for the buttons. And we don't have um and we don't have like an interact button for engaging with objects on the screen. We don't have an unlock the mouse so that you can move the mouse around to select items. There's a lot of work to be done on the controller controls. And why does he use a controller? Well, my son had a stroke when he was 11 months old. We don't know why he had a stroke. We have some suspicions, but there was never any cause identified other than the fact that he did have it. And so he became hemiplegic, which means he was paralyzed on one side of his body. He lost use of his right hand and leg, his full side of his body. He was actually on the verge of walking and then went back and reverted to being a baby where he couldn't even roll over at almost a year old. He actually turned a year in the hospital. We spent a lot of time with him over the last 7 years, rehabilitating him and supporting him in his recovery to the point of where he is very, very capable. And in fact, if you didn't know he had a stroke, you would not be able to tell. But he still needs some supports. He needs, accommodations at school. He struggles walking up and down the stairs. He argues that he doesn't. He sometimes trips and falls more easily than other kids. And he really can't use his right hand very much. And he actually had a harder time using his right hand when he was about 5 or 6. And I made the leap to allowing him to play video games. I handed him a controller and he started using it. And he used to be like use his left hand to go over and move the stick over on the left or on the right hand side, and he couldn't use his thumb. But over time, he's gotten that fine motor control working. And I swear it's because of video games that he has gotten, a portion of the use of his right hand that he wouldn't have otherwise had access to. And then we got him VR, and he's been playing Gorilla Tag, Animal Company, and a wide variety of other games. And so he's like doing that gross motor movement, using his arms. Video games have been therapy for him. And that's actually one of the big, big reasons why I do what I do and why I build games is because kids connect with other kids in video games in a way that no other context allows. I see my kids struggle socially at school and on the playground, but when they get into games, they have fun and they have friends and they meet new people and they're very willing to connect in ways where they might be shy otherwise in person. Now, we'll still work on those social skills to get them a little bit more outgoing on the playground, but I love how games can bring people together in a way that no other medium can. We've got an interesting comment here from the chat. I hope you're planning on getting support for that adaptive controller from MS. And yes, Ivan, thank you so much for joining us. Legit. We actually are planning on integrating support from a really cool API called Cephable, which allows you to control the game with your voice. We haven't gotten it implemented yet, but there is actually a tool that you can configure if you want to configure it to be able to like use head movements and such for those that are severely movement challenged. But we are absolutely going to support adaptive controllers because supporting the disabled is like high on my list of priorities. So thank you so much for calling that out. I'll have to check that out and see what sort of conversations we can kick off with Microsoft to get some of those that driver support integrated into our game. But one of the big challenges about doing any of these things um, is the fact that we don't have any money. I'm here on Friday, kind of cutting out from my day job, trying to get Infinite Realms off the ground. But Haven and our team need funding, and that's the number one thing. So we are looking for potential investors, and we actually met somebody off the stream last week. We had a meeting with them this week. It was kind of an awkward meeting. It was super positive, but then ended super weird. Like it came up like the message was, "We really believe in what you're building, but this is too risky to invest in." But isn't that the point of investment? Quite honestly. But I just laugh. I laugh over some of the objections that I get when investors talk to us. But when like people see the game and when they play the game, they get it. However, it still hasn't resulted in money. The team is actually going out to Gamescom this year, out in Cologne, Germany, and that's August 18th through August 22nd that we're going to be out there. And we are seeking potential publishers and partners to be able to get this game to market. We are firmly committed to developing this game and getting it to a polished level that we feel is appropriate and getting it to audiences within actually a couple of months. Once we get some funding and can get momentum to be able to cover development post opening up our friends and family alpha and into early access and post launch, we needed like a total of about $6 million to be able to get us through and about a year outside of worldwide launch. But we can get to worldwide launch in about 18 months. We can get to early access in 6, and we can get to friends and family within 1 to 2 months, which is pretty crazy when you consider how long dev timelines are for a lot of games. But there's not a lot to do to be able to get Haven ready for friends and family. The challenge is we need to get the back end infrastructure and our dynamic like spawning working and our account settings, because right now it's just straight up download the build off of Google Drive and launch it, and just type in a name and go. We need to be able to get proper authentication, user accounts, and have that attached to a village instance, and then be able to track your progression. There's also just stuff that we need to be able to get in place in order to be able to go live. So all of that said, if you know anybody that would be interested in funding a family-friendly cooperative RPG that is going to rock this industry and show Game VC what they've been missing out on, because this thing is going to launch like crazy, please do reach out to hello@unleashedgames.io. And yeah, Ivan, funding has been very tough. We've been trying as we raised 1.3 million in 2023, and we haven't been able to raise since. We can, get going with as little as $500,000. We'd ideally like 2 to be able to get to early access. We need 6 to be able to go to launch and our early live ops post-launch. So, um, but we keep on fighting the good fight and doing crazy things like launching second startups to be able to help fund the team to be able to keep going, and build other games that then will be able to help expand the world for Haven in the future. And that's the cool part about Infinite Realms, is like the work that we're doing to build the standalone game experience is actually going to help drive us building that same world as a portal that then you can go and explore that fantasy world with your Haven characters. Like legit, like we are so excited about the potential. So we want to be able to play Haven a bit, and I need to actually log in from my other computer so that I don't get robot voice. And Tozeb, please check me if I'm still getting static. But I'm logging in over on Restream on my other machine, And I'm going to go to our builds, Haven builds. Still static? Dude, well, I can log in from this other machine and it'll be fantastic. Um, and we're going to drop this on my desktop. Thank you for your patience as I get the build going. But yeah, sorry about the audio issues. I blame being at home. All right. Well, you know, I'm wondering if it's my AirPods. Genuinely, like, mm, now it sounds good. All right. Um, for some reason, yeah. Uh, we'll see. Okay, Haven is almost built or downloaded off of my the cloud drive. But yeah, wires for the win. In the studio, Ivan, I have like an SMB 57, like a genuine like streaming mic. But I it's um it's not here. And now that I ask, it's good. Isn't that the way of things? It is. It certainly is the way of things. You guys want to see something really funny though? We made we've been working with one of the folks that joined our team is actually an artist from Pixar. Legit. He's a 2D artist and he also is a 2D animator and he's worked on 7 Pixar films. Like I'm just silent for the moment because I'm fangirling. He won an Oscar for the opening sequence of Monsters Inc. You know, the thing with the doors flying around everywhere? Yeah, that was him. And he helped us out make a little like bumper for Infinite Realms. You want to see it? I'll show you. Uh, yeah, I mean, don't mind the audio. We still need some audio work on it. Couldn't find the right roar, so nothing like a cat. I don't think of that as a Mochi helping us out. All right, I'm seriously, I swear I'm logging into Haven on my other machine. Oh, it's launching because of course it works. Okay, now I'm logging into Restream. Yeah, so is that Mochi? It sounds just like her, like seriously. Um, and yeah, Ivan, like he's absolutely incredible. I have no, he's a wizard, legitimately a wizard. Okay, I'm going to allow mic and cam access, except I'm not going to be on camera. There, okay. Now I'm going to share screen on this other box. Aha! You guys want to play Haven? All right. See, we're all about being creative around here with how we can play. Hey! Um, Tozeb, are you playing? Because we'll see. I'm gonna create a mage because that's what I can solo best as. But if you haven't seen Haven before, this is Haven. This is our character select. This is actually a stand-in character select, or I love this character select actually. I take that back. We're probably going to keep this character select, but our character create right here, this is not our character create experience. We plan to have a bit more behind this, but we keep this very simple for the sake of just getting it out the door. So we have 3 classes. We have a healer, we have a mage, and a warrior. That is not the end of the classes that we will have. We're going to have a lot more classes. And in fact, we have a ranger sitting in the wings. Tozeb doesn't know this yet, but yeah, we have a ranger. But we don't have a male model of the ranger, so we have not released that yet. But these 3 characters represent what we call the Holy Trinity in MMOs. Um, we've got damage, also known as DPS, in the mage. We've got a tank in the warrior, and we've got a healer in the healer. Yep. But I like to play mages. So hello. But they're so cute. This is the first time this machine has launched Haven. But this is my AI box. And check out that frame rate, friends. 90, 94. Oh man, it plays smooth like butter. That was the thing about WoW. When we made WoW, I would say WoW should be so easy that your grandma could play it. That was key. But also, we wanted it to run on a toaster. We wanted it to be incredibly performant. All right, what do I need? I need to cut down the brush and gather some wood. So, okay, let's do that. All right, we got some wood. Let's turn in that quest. We got some wood. Complete. Oh, but she has another quest for us. We gotta kill 5 Kraken roots. Okay. But what do we have over here first? So we have full gathering in this game where you can gather resources. There's bushes to harvest, mushrooms to collect, and wood to chop down. And you can get some wood, hardwood, and a crude hatchet. But you never know what's going to be interactable, and you never know what's going to try to kill you. Unless you try to kill it first. But the gameplay is a classic tab targeting, RPG, where you select your target. Oh, I'm snared. Did I get, ooh, I got quest credit for it. Good, good, good. No, nothing on that corpse though. You select your target and then cast your abilities at it. So this is actually a very specific choice that we made around combat because we felt that it was a lot more accessible. It's something that is really classic in WoW that allows players to be very intentional about what NPC they're targeting. Did I get credit for that one? I did not get credit for that one. Still, there's a bug. There's a Kraken root bug. But you can be very intentional about which creatures you target. And, part of the challenge of the game is managing your targets, managing your aggro, and making sure that you don't die in the battle, even if you're, doing damage, because you will piss off the creatures and they will come after you. But harvesting plays a big role because we were very much inspired by Valheim, but we felt that Valheim was missing a few key things. Let's see if we can get credit for, oh no, that's the dead one that didn't give us credit. Boo. All right. So this right here is my building plot. Oh my God, Mochi is in my grill. I can build a house here. Oh, I reached level 2. Good for me. 136 frames a second. I'll take it. Yes. I built my house. All right, but I also want to build a workbench. I'm gonna line it up just right because I want my workspace to be tidy. Oh, Tozeb is here. Oh, thanks, Tozeb. Hello, friend. And here's the classic MMO jumping greeting. All right, in this workbench, we can build certain things. I'll make some charcoal because why not? But we're going to need some cotton bolts and other things. Oh, you know what I can do though? So every character class in the game has a buff, and mine is called Savage Ice. It increases, where is it? Increases damage and healing by 100% for 15 minutes. Like legit doubles my damage and healing if I were a healer. But we got to go and collect things around the zone and see what we can find because we have other stuff we want to build. Oh, and I have aggro. And then Tozeb just gave me shielding light, which halves the damage I take. So that's huge. We have pretty much um, doubled our constitution and also doubled our damage. And that's just for casting a buff on one another. And part of the argument for that was in EverQuest, you know, everybody was always asking me for Spirit of the Wolf, which was a increased run speed. And actually, the act of having to ask for a buff made me interact with people. It was pretty incredible. And that's how I made a lot of friends. Is just because I was like, hey, dude, can I have a buff? Can I have a cleric buff? Can you teleport me? And it's one of those core, that kind of core behavior of needing something from somebody else that actually helps form community. And what's wild to me is how many games do this thing where they're like, oh, we got to make everything soloable. You know what that does? It makes you not need people. Let me see. I have credit for 2 Kraken roots. Let's see what we can do. We need to build an arcane mill. Yep. Oops, too far. Again, it has to be tidy and lined up. And add some wood. I have 1 hardwood, 1 clay, 1 rock. And a beacon. We need a beacon. Because how are we going to travel and get into trouble without a beacon? Yes, yes, yes. That's what we're here for, to get into trouble. Because what is the point of games if you don't get into trouble? Oh, we're building. So anyway, working together and the necessity to work together is what makes people friends in games. When you work against each other, there's no opportunity to really get to know anybody. And also when there's constant action, there's no opportunity to get to know anybody. You need time for hands-on keyboard, woohoo, and typing to one another. Let me actually turn off the nameplate because you can't even see um, what I'm typing down here. No, it won't let me get rid of the nameplate. Come on, Restream. There we go. Nope, nope. That's not what I wanted to do. All right, sharing screen again. Oh, goodness. There we go. We're back. Can't get rid of the name. That's a bummer. Mm, nope. Can I do it? No. Restream fail. Can I move my chat window? No, but I can scroll. All right. Well, getting into trouble. That's the name of the game, right? So, do you want to get into trouble? Can we take on Kablamat on our own? Joseph says, yes, please. I am 110% in it to win it. Let's go get into trouble. The static is back? Well, don't worry, because I can switch over. If I can figure out which is my audio. My audio controls are missing. All right, let's do this. All tank, this is fine. I got some enchanted bark. First, we have to find Kalamat. So this is our demo level. We built this out specifically to prove out our gameplay, which was building a basic village and going on an adventure and taking down a boss. And that gameplay loop in its initial form is really the way that you build games. You start off with your core loop and you polish and polish and polish and polish until the experience is where you want it to be. And then do you build out additional content. We've cheated a little and we've built out more content just for the sake of the stream and having something a little bit more dynamic. But for the most part, the game is focused around this core experience. That's why you see this version over and over every week. And we want to be able to make this experience really solid. And so our plans for friends and family is just to open up this experience and sharing it with the world and seeing how many people respond to it positively and how many people stick around. And if we pass that milestone that this is a game that people want to play, then that means we then open it up and start building more and start expanding out the pattern that we've established with this core loop and expand it into more zones, more bosses, and more adventure. Ooh, I'm level 4. Yo, what's up? I love our new level VFX. Okay, I know for a fact I'm gonna need some cotton. We need that um, for the arcane mill. Oh, we got, oh God, I did not see them. They're gonna eat me. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Phew. You okay there, buddy? All right. I'm sure we'll be fine. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Joseph and I. Oh. I'm not drinking, I swear. I just break out into song randomly. Because this lepus is hungry like the wolf. No, that's not funny, Irina. My kids would call me cringe. They do call me cringe. Very cringe. That's okay. I think that's my job as a parent is to be like super cringe. And Mochi is circling my feet like a shark because I have her locked in the room with me and she apparently wants freedom. And just for walking on the table, I'm just going to punish her. She's stuck with me. Sorry, cat. Be glad I don't send these wolves on you. Yeah, the wolves were destroying. They don't stand a chance against us. I got more cotton. Oh gosh. Aggro. Oh, I'm out of mana. I'm gonna hit it with my stick. Maybe? Yes. I can't type. So the point that I'm making, wait, where did he go? Okay. So I think if we want to take on Cobblemont together, who I think would eat us alive, I think we need to take the time to craft higher level gear because we're going to get flattened, methinks. I don't know what the crafting recipes are offhand for my higher level weapon. No. I'm going to chop down this giant rock finger. Hey, rock finger, how you doing? Oh, I have aggro. I reached level 5 though. Wolf, you try to touch me, I will wreck you. I will freeze your face. Yeah, and I stunned him because I'm stunning. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. So my ability cycle is I really spam the crap out of Water Bolt. It's a long cast time, um, but it casts a snare to the target. Oh, I think we found Cobblemont Slayer though. I'm asking Tozeb if he wants to even try Cobblemont because that's the teleport to Cobblemont's lair. Oh, I don't even have my buff. Oh, I'm a dork. Woo. Uh-oh. All right. I better build a fire at the very least. We don't have our rested buff, so we're gonna get wrecked is right. We need a rested buff to really be at full power. Decisions are hard. What should we do? Friends? Those of you watching, should we try Kabbalah without higher level gear? Or should we go back and craft a full suit of armor? It's a tough one. Where's my Jeopardy music? All right, we'll cheat our way to Kabbalah, but I have aggro. I'm going to play some music. No, I did not want to hit the calendar. I'm tanking. I'm a paper mage. I was not meant to tank. Help. Oh, we're still we're going strong. All right, teleporting back. I think I just saw 140 frames a second. Hot damn. On my 14-inch laptop. No big deal. All right, I know for a fact I'm gonna need some cotton bolts. So I have 46 trombones in the big parade. Man, Seb, I saw your comment. I believe in the boss. Try it. I'm a little bit too late. We chickened out. We're gonna go gear up and see if we can do it. I don't think we could do it without um having the gear. Let me actually see what I need for a sycamore wand. I need a luminescent branch. I don't think I have one. Well, because Tozeb, I have this for you. Where are we? I made you a sycamore staff. Woohoo! All right. I need a cotton hood, cotton pants, cotton robe, and cotton slippers. But we need more bolts to be able to craft the arcane mill. Though there's no gameplay motivation currently for doing the arcane mill right now. We actually need to break up this workbench and have a different recipe list on this workbench so that it's just these components. It's because the thing about games is that you want to make them hard. If they're too easy, what's the point? You got to stagger the content. Okay, but I also need to give myself this gear. Oh, I need a window manager too. What I wouldn't give for a window manager. Oh, and character lighting in the character sheet. I'd like that too. All right, here's some rock. We have clay, and we need more bolts. Bam! Here we go. Arcane Mill, building Arcane Mill. Oh, and I hit level 6. See, this was totally worth it. And let's check our character sheet. Level 6. My max health is oh. I can bump up my attributes here. Okay. Mochi is harassing me again. Yes, successfully built. Hey, Mr. Blacksmith. I want your quests. I want your quests. Please excuse the cat butt. Okay. All right. Buff, refresh. Then we take him down. Mochi, I can't take down Cobblemot with you in my face. Nope. All right. We're going to cheat our way to Cobblemot. Cobblemot, however you pronounce it. Where is he? Mochi, I'm disoriented because you're in my way. Let's do this. We're going to put a fire up here. Where's my charcoal? Oh, no. Just needed fire. Duh. All right. So all right, I'm saying, where is it? If we run out of mana, we run back up here because we'll be out of combat range up here, and we regen health and mana. Okay, let's go. And then I will tank him down here as a mage. Ooh, see, I can maybe kite him. Woohoo! I want to keep him stunned. This is a classic tactic. Oh, he stunned me. Asshole. Sorry. It's a family-friendly stream, Irena. Come on, stun him. Go, 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 go. Oh, he keeps interrupting my spell cast. Do 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 do. We're totally fine. We could do this. Got him down to 3rd health. Oh god. I'm running low on mana though. Let me use a mana potion. Ha 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 ha. This may take a while. And he interrupted my cast again. If Tozub can keep me alive, I can stun him again. I think it was better when I was ping-ponging him. 2, 1, boom. Yep. Take that, Kalamat. I want to get out of range though. Oh, I'm out of mana again. Wait, why can't I stun him? Oh, there we go. Stun. We got him down to half health. We can do it. Can we do it? Let's not speak too soon. Mochi seriously wants out of this room right now. Mochi, don't you see I'm taking down a boss? It's not helping. You distracting me. I'm locked in. Meow. I'm not doing too bad. Stun. It's taking a little bit longer than it normally does. It sure does. But it's high tension. How's my kiting skills? Only 48 mana. Ah. Okay, I'm stunning him and I'm going up here. Mana regen. I think we figured out the strat for duoing him. Why am I not being able to cast a stun? I have plenty of mana. There we go. We got this. We got this, friends. I believe in us. Oh God. We got an ad. I'm just going to let Cobblemot run because he's not pounding on us at least. Let's just hope he doesn't get ads. Oh, did we get ad aggro? That's what we did not want. Do not want. Oh, that's why I couldn't cast the stun. I needed to have it chilled first from my water bolt. Water bolt. He's almost dead. Killing blow. Yes! Brought him down. Woo! Yeah! World first duo kill for Cobblemot. Yes, it is. Victory is ours. And there's no loot on him. Of course there's not. Would somebody please who works on this game fix the loot table? Yeah, that's me. I got a lot to do. Congo rats. We did it, friends. So, yeah, old school EQ style kiting and duoing. It still exists and it's still fun, even though that game is, 26 years old. Think about that, friends. Classic gameplay never dies. All right. That means we're professional. Good job to you, Tozeb, for being a clutch healer. Always, always. All right, friends. So that was it. Thank you so much for coming and checking out our little game. And if you'd like to join us in a playtest, log on to haven.unleashedgames.com where you can join our mailing list and get updates about these streams, any sort of major changes with the company, and updates, and also, if you'll get a chance to play. But we'll be opening up the rest of the summer to more people to join us in a gameplay session. So we want to see you here in game, helping us take down Cobblemot on stream. So keep an eye out for that email, and hopefully we'll catch you next week. Thanks so much for coming, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, have an amazing weekend, all. Bye.
Hit that button and buy a t-shirt with a dragon on it, and that will help us keep making some awesome games. Looks like this. I've already seen a Unleashed t-shirt out in the wild that I wasn't wearing, and I'm super excited about seeing more of them. So yeah, buy a t-shirt.